So Lincoln is in the middle of redefining itself as a luxury brand. It all started with the MKZ, and now they're moving into the compact crossover segment with the 2015 Lincoln MKC. My name is Omar, and welcome to FLD Tours. So Lincoln has always been known for making really big luxury cars like the Lincoln Continental, the Lincoln Navigator, and somewhere along the way, they kind of lost their way and started making rebadged Fords with just luxury amenities and luxury upholstery and didn't really innovate on their own. But all that's about to change. The Lincoln MKC, while it's based on the Ford Escape, it definitely holds its own. And the engineers at Lincoln have totally made it a different car. Before we get into talking about what powers this car, let's talk about the exterior and interior. Exterior is very nicely done. It has a really nice bold face, a very muscular stance. I like the LED tail lamps in the back. And one cool feature about the exterior is at night when you walk up to the car, it projects a Lincoln logo on each side of the car. Something taken from the Ford Mustang with the pony projection, but adds a nice touch, very nice luxurious touch. But either way, when you look at this car from the outside, nothing really reminds you of the Ford Escape. Step inside, and again, nothing really reminds you of the Ford Escape. It's very luxurious, a lot of nice luxurious soft touch materials, leather upholstery. You have all the amenities you'd expect from a luxury car, heated and cooled seats in the front, heated seats in the back, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, it parallel parks itself. Basically everything you'd expect from a luxury vehicle. It does seat 5 passengers pretty comfortably. Rear seat legroom is kind of low, but one thing I really didn't like about the seats, while they are nice and comfortable, they're just very short. Like I feel like I have a lot of leg hanging off my seat. I just feel like I wish it was a little bit bigger. Other than that, with the seats up, you have 25 cubic feet of space in the trunk, and if you put the seats down, it's about 53 cubic feet, which is not bad in this class compared to its competitors. Another thing I don't really enjoy, and that's with all Fords and Lincolns, it's this My Ford Touch, My Lincoln Touch system. While they have improved it, it's still a little bit glitchy. It's slow to respond, the interface isn't really 2015 for me. I still feel like it's stuck in 2010. And the voice activated system, so if I ask her to take me to a certain destination, she never understands the correct address. I think I speak pretty clearly. You can let me know otherwise in the comments if you don't think I speak clearly, but what's the point of having a voice activated system if it doesn't work properly? Other cool Lincoln touches you have in here is the gear selector. Kind of slow to respond at times, but I didn't have that much of an issue with that. I think it's kind of cool. Personally, I do prefer a gear shift on the side here because I like to hold on to something when I drive. You have a really nice THX sound system in here. Holds the bass and treble really nicely. The display here on the front tells me if I'm staying in the lanes, tells me the speed limit, which I really like because I tend to speed a lot. So it tells me exactly how much I need to go. And I can also tell we're running a little bit low on gas. Maybe we might want to stop for gas later. But you have all the information you need: fuel economy, average speed, phone information, climate control, navigation, is all right in center up front for you. Powertrain choices include a 2-liter 4-cylinder making 240 horsepower, but the one we have here is a 2.3-liter EcoBoost from the Ford Mustang. It makes 285 horsepower. I don't know why they just didn't take it up to 300 because that would be giving us too much. But 285 pushes this almost 4,000 pound car very nicely. 0 to 60 comes in 6.5 seconds, top speed of 130 miles an hour. Now throw this thing in sport mode and it doesn't just rev higher, it tightens up the steering wheel, the suspension becomes a little bit tighter, not something previous Lincolns did. So you definitely feel comfortable taking sharp turns and accelerating really hard. It's very sporty when you need it to be, and it's very comfortable when you're just cruising along. And I have to say the engineers at Lincoln have done everything they possibly can to not make this perform like a Ford Escape. It doesn't, like when you drive this car, it doesn't feel like you're driving a car that's based on the Ford Escape. You know, that's not a bad thing. Really, a lot of cars, like Volkswagen, take the Audi Q5, it's based on something from Volkswagen. You know, take the Lexus NX, it's based on something from Toyota. So it's not like, you know, American companies are the only ones that do this. Lincoln has finally taken it a step ahead with its engineers and decided to make the performance better, the ride quality better, and make it almost a totally different car. Let's talk about fuel economy. The Lincoln MKC averages 18 miles a gallon in the city and 26 miles a gallon on the highway. After a week of driving, I'm averaging 20 miles a gallon, and that's because today I've been driving it a little bit more aggressively, you know, stepping on the gas a little bit more like this. So I've been eating up a lot of gas. But I shouldn't be because I only have 36 miles worth of gas left. But we do have a 15-gallon tank in here, and on a full tank, you get about 350 to 380 miles out of a full tank, which is not bad. One good thing to look forward to in the future is Lincoln is finally getting rid of this whole MK this, MK that nomenclature. So cars are going to have actual names. So this might not be called the Lincoln MKC in a year or two. It might actually have a name. So the Lincoln MKC competes with the BMW X3, Mercedes-Benz GLK, and you know, the Audi Q5. Lincoln isn't gunning for the Buick or the Acura segment. Why? Because their pricing is quite a bit high. This, as equipped with all-wheel drive, the 2.3-liter EcoBoost, and all the options in here, it's at $49,000, and that's quite a lot of money for something you would expect from Lincoln. But they've totally set it apart from its Ford counterpart, and it has everything a luxury crossover should have. And there are some room for improvement, but that's with everything out there. This has been the Lincoln MKC. I've been the Omar. Thank you for watching the FL Detour. I'll see you next time. Just looking around for bees. Come on, don't record this. MKC turning radius test. Will it pass? Oh yeah, with flying colors.